Hey yo, Stippling here, and with me today I brought this bag. Wait, make that 2 bags of Lego stuff to share with you. This stuff is in bags and not in an envelope or box because that's what you get when you shop at a store and not online. Yep, you guessed it, this stuff is not from Bricklink, but from an actual physical store. What store, you ask? Well, none other than Classic Plastic Bricks, the self-proclaimed one-stop Lego shop located within the Antique Depot in the heart of Ellicott City, Maryland. Classic Plastic Bricks had a wide range of Lego products for sale, including new and used discontinued sets. They also had fill-a-bucket tables organized by genre, including a Technic station and a Bionicle station. Anyways, I'll start off with the first bag, which was 1 bucket filled with both Technic and Bionicle. They allowed me to combine them together. I'll put this second bag off to the side for now. That's a little surprise if you make it to the end of this video. As always, I'll do my best to show you everything I purchased, but bear in mind that I'm not a Lego historian and I'm not always knowledgeable about every part's origin. If I fail to name a part or incorrectly name a part, feel free to respectfully correct me in the comments. Let's get started going through this. First off, we have a wide range of gears. Anyone who knows me and knows the mocks I build know that I love to add geared mechanisms to them. I'm particularly happy to get this 16-tooth gear. This is something we didn't get a lot in the Bionicle line in 2015 and 16. I think Skull Slicer was the only one that had them, and they had 2. In addition, I saw this beautifully massive 32-tooth gear. I've never had one of these, so this will be a lot of fun to try to find a reason to use this. Some of them are slightly discolored, and we'll have to polish those up a bit, but all in all, they seem like they're in good condition. I also got a couple pulley wheels in various colors, mostly tan and gray. Almost forgot this one. It's just a Technic cog wheel. I don't really know what it could be used for, but I don't have many of these, or perhaps any of these, so I added that in as well. I'm not going to look through all these, but this is some miscellaneous, mostly Technic elements. One that I found particularly interesting was this wheel, which is actually from the Hero Factory line. This was Rotor's wheel, or at least part of it. Whoops. Here we have a bunch of rubber elements. These are all flexible tubes and hoses, and this long whip-like element with an axle on the end. I was really happy to pick this one up. Another bad habit I've picked up from Lego is throwing Borak eyes on everything to cover things up. In particular, my favorite is this pearl gold one. Does anyone like gold pieces? I basically grabbed all of the old style gold pieces I could, because most of these come from Toa Iruni, which was set number 8762 in the old Bionicle days. I have an incomplete Iruni set, so I wanted to make sure I could try to complete him. Unfortunately, I went there not remembering which pieces I had and which I didn't, so I just grabbed as many of these gold pieces as I could. Got a pair of feet here, a pair of shoulder armor, a head, 1 leg armor, and 1 disc thrower thing. There are 2 throwing discs I picked up. I believe both of these are from the Toa Metru Wave. I could be wrong on that. I also believe, which I also could be wrong about, that these were glow in the dark. Just by looking at them, they look as if they would be glow in the dark. So let me know. I'm guessing this would be Vakama, and this would be the green guy. Matau, I got it. Okay, so I believe that's correct. I didn't look that up, so correct me if I'm wrong there. I thought something smelled in that bag. It must have been all these feet. First up, we have 3 Yo-Yo Paraka feet. I thought these feet were white, but from what I can tell, these are actually light stone gray, the old style of gray. I got 3 of them in, like I said, light stone gray, I believe, but if I'm wrong and these are actually white, let me know in the comments. In the later days of Bionicle, we got these claw-like feet, and this is kind of the first step towards moving back to the socketed foot. Unfortunately for us, it's one of those brittle sockets, so we gotta be really careful. There are actually 3 in the parts bin, but I could only take 2 because 1 was broken. Lastly, we got a pair of red feet. These were used throughout the Bionicle line, but they started off with Toa Jawler in 2006. I got 3 pieces of Vorak's armor, 2 in the marbled tan to dark brown, and 1 in black. This double pair of parts actually came from the same set. It was from Stronius in 2009, I believe. This was his shoulder armor, and this was his thigh armor. I mainly picked up these because I'm really in need of some larger parts for coverage. That's something I really lack. These pieces all came from the early Hero Factory days, in fact the first wave of Hero Factory. The two black and blue shoulder spikes on either end came from Von Nebula, the big bad of Hero Factory 2011. In the middle, this is either a weapon or a shield, I'm not really sure what it was designed for, and it came from Corroder. These are just a small amount of CCBS styled parts. On the far left we have some armor attachment pieces. I believe this one was from the Ordeal of Fire Wave. This one's really flexible, it's supposed to be fire. This was a quasi spike. This was the wave with the super awesome Titan Witch Doctor, so to have a small bit of that's pretty cool. And then just a random blade piece with dual pegs and then an additional peg there. I have a bunch of these, but I picked up an extra. In the middle here we have an armor piece. This particular armor shell is a size 5 in black, and it came from Nitro Blast, though Jetbug had a very similar looking armor shell. Lastly, we have two upper limb bone pieces. It's the second smallest that has an armor attachment point on it, with the one additional pin, and they're in red. These are some heads and masks. On the far left we have a Bionicle Rakshi head in silver. In the middle we have a Baraki head. This one was pre-doc from 2007. This is a particularly ugly head, so I don't know what I'll do with it. And then on the far right here we have a Hero Factory head. This particular one was Nitro Blast. As you can see, it still has the Baraki eye for the little lens there. These were double-sided masks. On the back you have Jetbug. In the actual Jetbug set, this piece was yellow, but you could always flip it around and create a new character. Don't really like that all that much, but it was a small piece of CCBS history, so I picked it up. This is a little surprise I found in one of the display cases at the store. Here we have a small taste of CCBS history with two Marvel heroes in action figure form, Captain America and Iron Man. These sets came out in 2012, the inaugural year for the new CCBS system. As was the case with the second wave of Hero Factory sets, these sets were really a proof of concept for LEGO's new building system. It would take years of trial and error for LEGO to really hone their craft with CCBS. And as you can see, some of the methods of construction look chaotic and haphazard compared to today's standards. So do you think I should keep these small pieces of history together, or would they be better off being scrapped for parts? What do you think of how far LEGO has come with their buildable action figures created with the CCBS system? I look forward to hearing your thoughts on my purchase and to learn about some of the parts I misidentified in the video. I hope you enjoyed checking out what I got, and I'm off to put these parts away in their proper bins, so thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching.